Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Kitchen Court Cases, where we watch court in my kitchen. Let's check out what we've got today.
You're setting up now, so don't you have to hit something at the end to start it?
Because it takes a moment to set this up, so I don't have a live chat going on when we're streaming. That's why I have to do so much clicking.
I know, but I'm just saying, can't we set it all up? There's got to be some final thing where you put enter or start or something like that, isn't it?
I'm not really sure what you mean. We'll have to look into that some more.
Well, everything that you're doing, it's just like when I go into the computer and I put my, username and password, and then I put enter, then it comes up. Is there something we can do here where we put all that stuff in and then you just do the last step so that we don't have such a delay?
I think there's a way. I'll try it out.
Yeah.
So the 37th Circuit Court is back in session with the Honorable Brian K. Kirkham presiding. It is Wednesday, May 17th, 2023 at 9:56 a.m.
Ms. Brown, you can proceed whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Docket 2000-600-DS and docket 2011-2172-DP. The respondent is Joshua Strong. I spoke to Mr. Strong this morning. He did waive his right to a hearing. He is substantially compliant. However, he's been paying on his own. So friend of the court would like to continue to monitor his compliance. So we're asking that these matters be adjourned until August 16th at 8 a.m. to monitor Mr. Strong's compliance.
To August 16th, 2023 at 8 o'clock a.m. to continue to monitor Mr. Strong's compliance.
Thank you. Docket 2016-687-DS. The respondent is Brianna Spears. Ms. Spears was scheduled today for an adjourned show cause hearing. She has failed to appear. Friend of the court is asking that a bench warrant issue for her arrest.
Court would enter a bench warrant for Ms. Spears' arrest as a result of her failure to appear on today's date. Court would set her bond in the amount of 25% of the outstanding arrears or $500, whichever is greater.
Thank you. And then I have one hearing without the attorney.
Okay.
So we'll bring you back for that.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Doing well.
Good to hear.
We can proceed whenever you're ready.
All righty. This matter was scheduled for a hearing before the assigned referee. The respondent has failed to appear and failed to comply. Friend of the court requests a bench warrant issue with bond set at the statute amount at the mandatory $150 and local court costs for docket 2016-0039 Ryan Mitchelson.
Court would enter a bench warrant for Mr. Mitchelson as a result of his failure to appear at his referee hearing. The court would set his bond in the amount of 25% of the outstanding arrears or $500, whichever is greater, and further would assess court costs of $150.
All righty. And in the matter of 1992-3167-DS, Anna Snyder versus Larry McComb. Friend of the court has met with Mr. McComb. He has waived his right to a hearing and an agreement was met for him. Income withholding is currently in place and friend of the court is receiving payments. Friend of the court is asking that this matter be dismissed and respondent continue to pay as ordered.
Dismissal is granted.
In the matter of 2009-1099-DS, Amy Wood versus Daniel Thorpe. Friend of the court has met with Ms. Wood. She has waived her right to a hearing and an agreement was met for her. Friend of the court is asking that this matter be adjourned 30 days so that respondent could be ordered into the LEAP program and that she fully participates and respondent continues to pay as ordered.
Court would order Ms. Leap would participate in the LEAP program and would continue to pay as ordered, and will adjourn the matter 30 days to monitor her compliance.
All righty. And in the matter of 2009-3909-DP, Taisha Weddle versus James Tyler II. Friend of the court has met with Mr. Tyler. He has waived his right to a hearing and an agreement was met for him. Friend of the court is asking that this matter be adjourned 60 days to allow respondent time to make payments on his own, and he continues to pay as ordered.
Court would order Mr. Tyler II would pay as ordered, and will adjourn the matter 60 days to monitor compliance.
And in the matter of 2020-1898 DM, Kristen Aboli Morse versus Aaron Matthew Morse. Front of the court failed to address bond posted on February 22nd, 2003. Therefore, front of the court is asking that the bond of $100 be forfeit and applied towards this matter.
Court would forfeit the bond in this matter.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have for today.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Good morning, Ms. Platic.
Can you hear us? Hello?
I think she's frozen, it looks like. Oh, there she is. Ms. Platic, are you able to hear us?
I can now. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes, we are.
We can.
Perfect. All right. I just have matters for the record this morning.
Okay.
Start with docket 2005-1091 DM in the matter of Stephen Brown. In this matter, Mr. Brown posted a $500 bond that we're requesting be forfeited and dismiss this matter. The bond will pay this case in full.
Court would forfeit the bond previously posted by Mr. Brown and will dismiss the action.
Thank you. Docket 2010-2440 DP in the matter of Eddie Felder. In this matter, Mr. Felder did fail to appear this morning. However, he is actively participating in LEAP, and we did receive the first income withholding payment about a week ago. So in lieu of bench warrant for that failure to appear, front of the court's just requesting that this matter be dismissed.
Dismissal is granted.
Thank you. Docket 2011-939 DS in the matter of Heather Bell. In this matter, friend of the court's requesting we adjourn approximately 60 days to monitor for income withholding payments. Ms. Bell did just report a new employer and have her begin paying as ordered.
Court would order that Ms. Bell would pay as ordered and will adjourn the matter 60 days to monitor compliance.
Thank you. Dockets 2011-2203 and also 2017-2080, both for Justin Ware. In both of these matters, friend of the court's requesting the hearings be dismissed and Mr. Ware begin paying as ordered June of 2023.
Court would order that Mr. Ware would comply with the orders of the courts and will dismiss the action.
Thank you. Docket 2018-2509 DS in the matter of Zachary Bivard. In this matter, friend of the court's requesting that the matter be dismissed. His $500 bond be forfeited with $257.01 applied to friend of the court and the remaining $242.99 applied to his circuit court costs. This will pay his case to a zero balance through the month of June. Friend of the court's requesting, in addition to the dismissal, that we rescind the license suspensions on both his driver's license and his DNR license.
Okay. The court would forfeit the bond previously posted by Mr. DeBard. In this matter, the court would order that sum of $257.01 be paid to the front of the court. The balance would be paid to the circuit court to pay whether fees or costs. The court will, in fact, rescind and vacate any license suspension.
Thank you. And then dockets 2014-2049 DS involving Darius Belk and docket 2018-429 DS involving Christopher Friends. In both of these matters, the respondents, Mr. Belk and Mr. Friends, have failed to appear for their court-ordered hearings today. Front of the court is requesting that bench warrants issue with bonds set pursuant to the statute.
Court would enter a bench warrant for Mr. Belt and Mr. Friends as a result of their failure to appear on today's date. The court would set their bonds in the amount of 25% of the outstanding arrears or $500, whichever is greater.
Thank you, Your Honor. That is all I have this morning.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
All right.
Good morning, Ms. Petrulio.
Good morning, Your Honor. Do you want me to start with my record stuff?
Yes.
Okay. I have two people that failed to appear for referee hearings. They are Randy Hamilton, docket 2015-3249DS, and Brittany Gross, docket 2019-580 DC. Front of the court's asking that bench warrants issue pursuant to statute.
Court would enter bench warrant for Mr. Hamilton and Ms. Gross as a result of their failure to appear at their respective referee hearings. The court would set their bonds in the amount of 25% of the outstanding arrears or $500, whichever is greater, and further would assess court costs of $150 in each case.
Thank you. Scheduled for today was Karim Graham. They were bench warrant hearings. He had three dockets, 1996-578C DS, 2000-2944 DP, and 2010-3903 DP. In each case, he did post bonds, $1,485 on the 9-6 case, $715 on the 2000 case, and $500 on the 2010 case. And he did call in for his hearing. He was willing to forfeit those bonds and agreed to an adjourned hearing to be held on August 16th at 8 a.m. to monitor his employment status.
Court would forfeit the bonds previously posted by Mr. Graham and would adjourn the matters to August 16, 2023 at 8 a.m. to monitor his compliance.
Thank you. Jermaine Green, he had two cases, 2008-2814 DS and 2017-2756 DP. The matters were adjourned to today's date to monitor his compliance with the LEAP program. He did not get involved in LEAP, but ever since his last hearing, he has paid his support as ordered. Front of the court's just asking for dismissal.
Dismissals are granted.
Thank you. John Green, docket 2011-3623 DM. Mr. Green called in for his hearing today. He just obtained a full-time employment. Front of the court's asking that we adjourn the matter to August 9th, 2023 at 8 a.m. to monitor payments commencing this month.
Court would adjourn the matters to August 9, 2023 at 8 a.m. to monitor the payments.
Thank you. And then I just have the hearing with Mr. Harris and the attorney.
Okay.
Let me bring them in. Here they are.
Mr. Harris, in this matter, you're before the court charged with civil contempt of court as a result of your failure to pay child support and or related expenses. Upon a first conviction, you could be ordered to serve up to 45 days in jail. If it's a second or subsequent offense, up to 90 days in jail. You understand the charges, sir?
Yes.
Court has appointed Ms. Huffman to represent you in this matter. Have you had sufficient opportunity to speak to Ms. Huffman in preparation for this proceeding?
Yes.
Okay, and Ms. Huffman, are you ready to proceed?
Excuse me, I am.
Okay. What we'll do, Mr. Harris, first, I'm going to have you and Ms. Petrolia raise your right hands. We'll have you sworn in, and then we'll proceed.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Petrolia, you can proceed.
Your Honor, Mr. Harris has two cases before the court today. They are docket 2010-3902 DS. That's the case with Tara Cook. He has a current support obligation of $15 a month. The guideline amount that he would be responsible to pay toward the arrears is $7.50 for a total of $26 a month. His last payment was an unemployment back payment on December 7th, 2022 in the amount of $17.81. He did post a bond of $500 back on April 17th when he was arrested. He was released and then ultimately back in jail now. He has 8 prior show causes, 6. This is the 6th bench warrant, and there have been 2 findings of contempt. In the last 6 months, he should have paid a total of $111 plus a lump sum payment that he was responsible to pay pursuant to a prior order, giving the total due of $264.06. He paid $17.81. It leaves him short $246.25. And that is the arrearage on this case. And while that amount may not seem too high, that's a 1.5 years behind in child support because his amount is so low. Regarding the case, with Denisha Jackson, it's 2017-2319DS. In that case, he has a current support obligation of $113 a month. His arrears are $20 a month pursuant to an October 26, 2022 order, plus fees for a total of $136.50. We received an unemployment back payment check of $2,274.71 on December 7th. That was the last payment he paid. Well, he didn't pay, but that came in through unemployment. He did post a bond in this case of $500. There have been 3 prior show causes. This is his 4th bench warrant, and there have been no findings of contempt in this case, basically just because he either hasn't appeared for the hearing and, therefore couldn't have a contempt finding. There have been 6 months charged at $136.50. He should have paid $819. He's paid nothing. With the exception of that back payment, which no, that's correct. 6 months at $136.50, he's paid nothing. The shortfall is $819. The arrearage in this case is $3,054.29. And again, that's 2.5 years behind in child support. Mr. Harris, for the record, has been sentenced to July 11th. But more importantly, the reason I'm taking him before the court today is because he refuses to pay his support. Every time I talk to Mr. Harris, I take him before the judge or work an agreement. He basically tells me he takes care of his kids. He's not about to come down here and make child support payments when kids need diapers right away. He supports his kids. Same old, same old. This is what I hear every time I talk to him. He refuses to pay support. There have been 2 payments. There were 2 payments paid in 2021. There were only 4 payments paid in 2022. And I didn't really look at the source. Those could have been either bonds or payments to avoid jail. The other thing that I think is, let me see. Well, I'm asking for one, that the bonds be forfeited and applied to the arrearage. And when he booked into the county jail on April 17th, when he was first arrested, he had $10,479.05 on him, and that, he owns a business. So there's really the available income to pay these minimal child support obligations every month. And again, he just refuses to pay it.
Okay. And you say he's incarcerated till 7/11. Is that on other matters or what?
Yes, he's sentenced on a criminal matter.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Huffman, do you dispute or contest any of the statements made by Ms. Petrulio?
I do not. I do have a question though.
Okay, go ahead.
So, there's on the Denisha Jackson matter, you indicated there's a $500 bond posted. That's not been applied. Is that is that true? That's not been applied to the child support?
That has not been applied to the child support. And I would not calculate, just for the record, that as being part of the amount that's due. That's a payment that he paid to avoid staying in jail. So it goes toward his arrearage. So it has not been applied to that $3,054 that he owes.
Okay, and the same then with Ms. Cook?
Correct.
And are those 2 different $500 payments, or is that a total of 500?
2 different.
Okay,
on each. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. No further questions.
Okay, any proofs, Ms. Huffman?
Yes, I'd call my client Melvin Harris.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Harris, are you currently working?
Yes, I got a business and I work for my coach Mike underneath the table, like a contractor business.
Okay, what type of business do you own?
I own auto sales and repair. Like do oil change on cars, tires. Might buy a car for a couple hundred and try to sell it for, do a little repairs if you need, and try to sell it for more, a couple dollars more.
Okay, and approximately how much do you make a month doing that?
It just varies, different prices and stuff. I just started another LLC too, where I'm trying to shoot videos and stuff or whatever. I started in February. I'm trying to shoot videos and do stuff like that.
Okay, have you made any money doing that yet?
No, not yet. I'm trying to put it in order, like where I can go get help to get the equipment and stuff.
Okay, okay. So do you make enough money doing side jobs or under the table jobs or working in your businesses to pay the $136.50 obligation for Denisha Jackson?
Yes, I can start paying it $70 every 2 weeks. I can't get around it. Like, even though I take care of my kids, I know I can't get around it. So I'm gonna just have to pay. But I honestly take care of my kids. Like, whatever they call and say, I get it, but I'm gonna have to still pay y'all because I feel like it's double jeopardy. But I'm gonna do what I need to do. I could pay $70 every 2 weeks or however the case may be, because I'm tired of coming here and doing this. I'm gonna just start paying and making the payments because this is crazy. I can
Okay.
definitely make payments.
Okay, so in the past, you haven't made those payments, and the reason you haven't made those payments, you're indicating, is because you support your children a different way, in that you just buy stuff that they need. Is that correct?
Yes, I started keeping receipts and stuff, but yes, like if my sons or daughter call me for anything, I'm going to get it at the time, because like when I was making my payments, the mothers wasn't getting it. They wasn't getting nothing, and they still complaining to me. So it's like they complain, so I go, or my kids still calling. So I'm just give it to y'all, and they don't get it, then that I don't know. I'm just start making my payments to y'all. I ain't gonna buy my kids nothing. That's crazy to me, but I ain't gonna buy them nothing. I'm just gonna start giving the payments to y'all.
Okay, so in the past, you thought it was better to make sure your kids had what they needed than to give the money to the front of the court. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because my son call and say, "Dad, I'm hungry," and then like they go to a charter school, so I buy uniforms every couple of weeks for them. Like they gotta wear uniforms to school. I was going to just buy the stuff. They'd call, or their mamas would call, and I'll just go buy the stuff for them or whatever. But I'm gonna just start making the payments. I thought I was doing the right thing by giving it to them right then and there, because they needed it right then and there, instead of going and pay the child support, then waiting till they give them whatever they give them, and half the time it don't even be what I pay. They just get a little portion, and they still calling me like, I still need help.
Right. And so now that you understand, you're going to end up in jail if you don't make that payment. You
Right.
have decided you're going to make the payment versus go to
Yes.
jail. Right.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
So on the Denisha Jackson matter, your obligation is $136.50 per month, and you're able to make $70 every 2 weeks. Is that what you said?
Yes.
And are you going to do that?
Yes.
As soon as you get out of jail, you're going to start doing that?
Yes, because I ain't trying to do this no more. And I'm just have to tell them this how I gotta be. I'm gonna have to make my payments instead of coming to give them the money or going to buy the stuff for my children. I'm just come down here and make the payments.
Okay. And then as well, you have a $819 shortfall. How do you plan to make that up?
I'm gonna start paying on that as well. I'm gonna try to pay a little extra besides the 70, as much as I can get it caught up. Maybe $50 more or something when I can. Just depend on my jobs. But I'm gonna just start coming to get y'all the money.
Okay. And then on the Tara Cook matter, your obligation is $26 a month. Can you make that payment as well?
Yes.
And you have a $246.25 shortfall. Are you able to make that payment?
Yeah, I can make all this when I get out. I could do the 246 for sure when I get out. As soon as I get out, I can make that. And then the other payments, I'll just start coming to pay every 2 weeks or however I'm supposed to do it.
Okay. All right. And did you fail to appear on 5/3/23?
I was incarcerated since April 28th.
Okay. All right.
I had another court date. I had a driving while I suspended court date on that day. That's why they took me upstairs already, and because they thought they said in-house I go to court between 8 and 10, but I had another court date upstairs. Like the dude, here at Video Arraignment even said that he tried to call him and they rescheduled it, but I was been incarcerated since April 28th.
Okay, so there's apparently been a $500 bond posted on each of these cases. Are you willing to give up those amounts in order to have them go against the amount of child support?
Yes, that's
Okay,
what I
okay.
paid. What they was doing with it when I paid them.
Okay, all right, I have no further questions, thank you.
Mr. Harris, you've talked about, you obviously have money to buy various things, and that's good that you bought things for your family, but you understand that you have to pay the support obligation.
Yeah.
How much do you make on an average month?
It just depends on by the jobs, because I get
Okay.
paid underneath the table with the contractor, and then my job is.
I'm asking on average. I understand that it varies from month to month, but on average, how much do you make monthly?
It's kind of hard because I don't really keep track. It just when my coach say we got a job or I can find a car or something. I don't know, maybe like a month. I don't know. It depends. Maybe like a 1,000 or 800, somewhere around there. It just depends.
Okay.
Like on the jobs, I don't really know for sure.
I understand that, but you have to, obviously, when you prepare your taxes, you have to have a gross amount to show what you made. All we'll do is take that gross amount and then divide it up for the month. So what amount of income did you make in 2022?
I don't know. I ain't do taxes
Okay.
because I don't think I made it. I was supposed to do taxes, but I also had a meeting, but I missed the meeting or whatever. So I don't really know. I didn't do taxes yet.
Okay. But obviously you have income, so you have some money from work. Is that correct?
It's underneath the table though. I get paid underneath the table.
I understand that.
Oh yeah. I got some money where I can make the payments. It's just I'm coming to the realization if I don't come pay y'all, I'm gonna be in jail or I'm gonna keep doing this, and I don't want to do this. I'll just pay y'all the money. I thought I was doing the right thing by going to buy the stuff right then and there, but evidently to the courts, that's not the right thing. The right thing is coming to pay y'all. So
okay. And you understand, Ms. Petrulio has talked to you, as she stated, numerous times and told you have to make payment, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why I was, like she said, everything I'll be telling her like I take care of them or whatever, and it was just mind blowing to me. But I see like if I don't, this is where I'm gonna be at, and I just ain't where I'm trying to be at. I'm missing money. Like I'm finna get out before July 11th. They violated my rights on my other case, so I go to court. I got to appeal in, so I ain't gonna be in here till the 11th. I'm about to get out before the 11th, but I can make the payments. I'm gonna make the 2-some when I get out, and I'm gonna start making 70 every 2 weeks, and plus I'm gonna put something else on top of it to try to catch the 800 up.
Okay, thank you. Anything else, Ms. Huffman?
Nothing further, thank you.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I have something further. The one case, the 24625 arrearage, obviously the bond is going to be much more than that.
Yeah.
If there's any court fees owed on these child support cases, I'd ask that those be paid first. If there's any left over, I'd ask that we hold that and post it for future child support, if we can arrange for that. And then the same, well, on the other one, it would all go to the case.
Yeah. Well, why don't we do, okay. Court will find in this matter, the court has heard the testimony from Mr. Harris. He's testified that he does have income, that he has utilized that income to make direct purchases for his kids rather than pay that. Court recognizes that, but recognizes, well, he has had the ability to make payments, but he is in fact not paid on his support obligation. And as a result, the court will find that he is in contempt of court for failing to pay out of available resources. Anything before sentencing, Ms. Huffman?
Nothing further, thank you.
Do we have any time that he gets credit for, Ms. Petrulio?
Oh, shoot, I forgot to write that down. When did you book in? Did you say the 28th?
Yes.
But He said he was incarcerated from the 28th, but that's on the other charge, I believe.
Right, well, he booked in the 17th, I believe, and
Oh,
posted,
yeah, 17th.
and then he posted bond right that same day to get out.
So he'd have credit for 1 day then?
Sure.
No, I got out. They kept me here 2 days.
Well, we'll check and see, and we'll correct that. Court will at this point give him credit for 1 day served. If again, it turns out Ms. Petrulio that he was in longer, we'll adjust that and give him credit for the time served. The court could send you up to 90 days in this matter, Mr. Harris. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do in this matter, on both of the cases, I'm going to sentence you to 45 days with credit for 1 day served. In this matter, I'm going to put a purge amount in place in each of the cases in the amount of $500. That's in addition to the bond that you've posted in this matter. The court would forfeit the bonds. On the 2010 case, the court would utilize that bond to pay court fees as I would on the 2017. The balance would go towards the arrearage. And there would be on the 2010, there would also be a surplus. The court is going to have that transferred to the 2017 case so that can be applied to that arrearage as well in this matter. And then would set the purge of $500, which is above and beyond those particular amounts.
So I got to do 45 days?
Yeah, 45 days, credit for 1 day served, correct.
So what about the days I've been in here already since they don't get counted towards this?
No, because that's a different case. So you don't get counted. You would get counted for anything after this.
So I can't pay to get out because I'm gonna get out. My out day gonna be before July 11th. That's gonna keep me here after because I got to appeal in right now.
Well,
I can't pay y'all. I can't pay y'all to get out. I can pay y'all what y'all want. I'm telling y'all, I can pay y'all. I got my apartment out there, my business, everything.
Okay.
I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna pay y'all.
Well, I'm giving you, say you can pay a purge amount of $500 in each case, and that'll allow you to get out. And I mean, you could pay the purge amount tomorrow. You could pay the purge amount tomorrow of $500 in both cases and be out. So you wouldn't have to sit there at all. If you
500 on top of the 2 $500 that I already pay, I got to pay another 500.
Correct. Those are bond amounts, and those are forfeited. So.
Wow. So I got to pay $1,000 to get out of jail.
Correct. Correct. Court will end the matter at 10:28 a.m. You're free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Hoffman, I think that's all that you had. I think we've got another hearing, but not with you.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, thank
I'm all
you.
done, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Let's move on to our last thing. Please unmute Mr. Calhoun. Please unmute, sir. There we
Yes,
go.
sir.
Okay. Mr. Calhoun, in this matter, you're before the court charged with civil contempt of court due to your failure to pay child support and or related expenses. Upon a first conviction, you could be able to order to serve up to 45 days in jail. If it's a second or subsequent offense, up to 90 days in jail. You understand the charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will advise you in this matter. You have a right to an attorney. The court would appoint an attorney to represent you should you desire an attorney. It's my understanding you wish to proceed without an attorney. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Has anyone threatened you, coerced you, used any undue influence, pressure, or promises to get you to appear without an attorney?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Court will find that Mr. Calhoun does freely and voluntarily waive his right to an attorney. Mr. Calhoun, I'm going to have you and Ms. Brown raise your right hands, be sworn in, and then we'll proceed.
Okay. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Brown, you can proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Docket 2001-1238-DS. The respondent is Norman Calhoun. Mr. Calhoun is before the court this morning for a bench warrant hearing. He has a total monthly obligation of $253.50. This is an arrears only case. His last payment was January 17th of 2023. That was $42.83 through an income withholding. This is Mr. Calhoun's fourth bench warrant hearing. He's had 2 prior contempt findings. So just so the court is aware, on February 9th of 2022, Your Honor gave out a suspended jail sentence to Mr. Calhoun of 21 days with 0 days credit and a $500 purge, pending his compliance at the April 2022 hearing, which he failed to appear for. Mr. Calhoun contacted friend of the court, resolved his warrant with the payment of $600. So he has a total shortfall of $2,578.77. Back at that time, back in 2022, Your Honor, you also ordered a rescission of his driver's license suspension so he could obtain and maintain employment. Mr. Calhoun's payments have been very sporadic since that time of receiving his license back. His total arrears through the end of April are $45,636.83.
Okay. Mr. Calhoun, do you dispute or contest any of the statements made by Ms. Brown?
I do not, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions for Ms. Brown?
No, sir, Your Honor. I do
Okay.
not.
What would you like to tell me, sir?
Well, Your Honor, I know you guys gave me my license back in order to become gainfully employed. I've tried to do so in the time that you guys have allotted me to have my license and all this time. Prior to losing my license, I had a commercial driver's license. I was a truck driver. I've been unable to obtain my CDL, and I have a learner's permit for it, and I'm scheduled to take a road test for it. I've tried to remain gainfully employed since you guys returned my license to me. I do have gainful employment now. I know it seems sporadic. I've suffered from the COVID-19 virus 3 times, and I've been hospitalized 1 time for a car accident since that's happened. And I know that has no bearing on what my obligation is to the court. So today, Your Honor, I'm just here to try to basically give you all my job information, with hopes that you guys don't lock me up, and to try to throw myself at the mercy of the court.
Okay. Where you say you're working now?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay.
At Woodworth in Homer.
Okay. Well, the last payment you had through income withholding was made in January of 2023. Why has there not been any payment since then if you have been working sporadically, as you stated?
Well, I had got sick twice this year with COVID-19.
Okay.
The first time was the Omicron variant. I caught it at work in January of this year, and I was off. And I also had a car accident on February 27th, and my car was totaled and I was hurt. So I had to be off for maybe 2 weeks then. I've been looking for gainful employment. I've just secured a place to live in Albion, Michigan, and I've secured gainful employment here in Homer. I know it's been a big gap in between payments, Your Honor. And if given the opportunity, Your Honor, I try to fill those gaps in as best I can.
Where are you working at now, sir?
At Woodworth in Homer, Michigan.
Okay. And how much do you make on average per week?
Well, this is, I'm just starting here. So it's a $17 an hour job.
Okay.
I'm just starting.
Is it full time?
Yes, sir, it is.
When do you receive your first paycheck so that you could pay your support obligation?
First paycheck will be Friday the 26th, sir.
Okay,
I have the whole pay schedule right here in front of me. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm highlighted at the bottom of it with the marks on it. Those are all my paydays.
okay,
And also, it has my shift supervisor's name and all that stuff on there too.
Okay.
His name's Wilkerson.
well, so what I'm gonna do in this matter is, again, you've acquired that employment, the court is gonna take you at your word that you're gonna begin, again, paying as ordered. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjourn this case to July 19, 2023, 8:00 a.m. And that gives you about 2 months to see what you're gonna do as far as making payments. If
Yes,
you
sir.
make payments, if you continue to make payments during that time, then at that point, the court will, adjourn the matter further. If you don't make any payments at that time, you should be prepared to go to jail. You understand that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay, so it's up to you, and hopefully when we get you back on that date, you'll have made your payments and we'll be able to, at that point, maybe we'd adjourn it out 6 months to see that you continue it. Because obviously it appears that you don't want to go to jail. We don't want you to go to jail. We just want payments to be made. So we will see you back. We'll see you back on the July 19th date. And you'll have to get in contact again with Miss Brown like you did today. Talk to her and see if we're going to need a hearing at that time.
Your Honor, on July 19th, can we please schedule at 8:45 a.m.?
8:45? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do it at 8:45, sir.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. We'll see you back then, and you're free to go. Have a good day, sir.
Well, thank you, Your Honor.